Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at. We're back out at the coast in Long Beach. Got a great live stream for you guys today. We're going to take a look at two properties. We're going to talk about interest rates. We're going to go over all that fun stuff. I was a total bonehead and left my laptop charger at home, so we are running off a battery. So we'll go as long as my battery lasts. So if all of a sudden the stream turns off abruptly, it's because I left my laptop charger at home and my laptop died, but I'm in battery saver mode. And let's see here. We're at 38 minutes. So we have 38 minutes of battery. I think that's a little ambitious. Might be a little shorter than that. So let's get right into it. Let's cover our normal housekeeping items. The biggest topic right now is interest rates. So let's start there. All the interest rates I use on my stream come from this website, mortgagenewsdaily.com. This is my go-to trusted website for all things interest rate related. They're not biased, meaning they're not sponsored by another mortgage company. They're not a mortgage company. They don't sell mortgages. So you get a very accurate national average on interest rates. So even though the Fed's cut rates and there's a lot of hype about interest rates improving, we actually saw interest rates tick up a little bit. Last week, if you remember on the stream, we were at 6.15. We're at 6.2 this week. So not a big jump, but it kind of drives home a point. The Feds don't set mortgage interest rates. Mortgage interest rates are set on a free market. They change daily. And how the Feds talk during their minutes, the cuts, the changes they make to the Fed fund rate, all that impacts supply and demand on the mortgage-backed security market, which drives interest rates on a daily basis. So 30-year fixed 6.20 this morning, 5.79, 5.8 on our FHA and VA options. Jumbo 6.40. We covered, I'm not going to dive into it today, but if you watch last week's stream, we covered the changes in the jumbo loan amounts. They have gone up over 800,000 now. So go back and watch last week's stream if you want information on the jumbo loans. Maybe next week we will do a jumbo loan special where we'll look at some higher end homes, higher end price points, and compare the loan limits from last year to this year. Good morning, Uva. You know, that's a really good point, Uva. And that's one of the reasons why on Mortgage News Daily, up on the ticker here, they have the 10-year treasury yields. And the key word there is tend, right? Mortgage rates tend to follow the 10-year treasury. I had a really good conversation with a friend of mine yesterday about this over the phone. It's a good indicator of what rates are doing. It's not an exact science. So if the 10-year treasury yields lower, you can expect interest rates to follow. If they improve, you can expect interest rates to improve. Typically, bad news on the market is good news for treasury yields and mortgage rates, but it's not an exact science. I have seen the treasury yields lower and rates increase. But it is a very, very good indicator. If you just want to get a daily check-in, turn on any turn on any business channel and watch the ticker at the bottom, and they'll show you the 10-year treasury yields. All right. Let's look at some data. Every week, Gavin Hutkins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends over some data for us to look at. This is lockbox activity. So anytime a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here. It's trending just like we thought it would, right? Interest rates have fallen. 8 out of 10 home buyers have been waiting on the sidelines for interest rates to improve. And the fear is that we're going to have a big wave of home buyers come off the market, enter the shopping market, and we're going to see a dip in inventory. And that's what we see here. Typically going in October is a slower time of year. Everyone that needed to get into a house by the time school started has done so. But look, we see week over week in Oregon, our lockbox activities is up 5%, and in Washington it's up 3.7%. So that's telling us that there is activity out there. Okay. Typically we would see this time of year in a normal market, we would see these numbers start to taper off. Let's look at our data in Clark County. New listings down 11%. That is not good. 206 new listings this week. Again, this is week over week. We saw it up a few percent last week. Pending sales, so homes that have gone into contract but haven't yet closed, 206, which is even from last week, the exact same. And listings sold 155. So we have sold, in a percentage, we have sold more homes than have come on the market from a percentage standpoint week over week. But it is good to see that we added 206 new listings and sold 155. So this, again, is data we watch very carefully on this stream to kind of gauge our supply and demand. And it's interesting. There's mixed opinions, mixed behaviors out there right now on, is it becoming a buyer's market or a seller's market? You have some buyers that are being really aggressive on their offers and some sellers that are being very aggressive on their list price. So it'll be interesting to see how this all washes out over the next 3 or 4 months. Okay, that was a condensed housekeeping item section of the stream because we are running off of battery, and battery update 33 minutes left, so we're doing okay on our battery. But let's dive right into it. Diana Rutherford sent over this listing, and it really fits kind of the theme of last week and this week is, you know, realistic listings values, right? For maybe a starter home, or in this case, this is kind of maybe that move up where I'm selling my little starter home. I've started a family, need some more space, and I'm looking for a home that I can kind of grow in. So 14501 Northwest 2nd Court in Vancouver, 98685. So this is going to be in the Salmon Creek area, highly desirable area, some of the best schools in Washington. 560,000. This home was built in 1998. 3 beds, 3 baths, 1,800 square feet. I like the 1,800 square foot size because it's interesting, especially in the late 90s, how the builder uses that square footage. Good morning, details. All right, let's see what Diana has to say. Opportunities galore. All right, so we are in a serene cul-de-sac. Comfort meets convenience. The spacious property is perfect for any living situation. Blend of privacy and shared spaces. Just minutes from the new Trader Joe's. So there's been a lot of additions to the Salmon Creek Richfield area. Yes, we did get a Trader Joe's. It's a very nice Trader Joe's. One of the friendliest grocery stores. My wife and I were talking about this last night. One of the friendliest grocery stores you can go in. And they did add the Costco in Richfield. So 2 exits, 1 exit up the I-5. You have a brand new Costco. You are very close to Fred Meyer's, Skyview, Alki, Chinook for schools. And she is holding this home open today. Let's see what she says. She just texted me. She's in a training, so she won't be on the stream. But she is holding this house open tomorrow from 12 to 3. So stop and say hi to Diana. Say, I saw your listing on the My Mortgage Hound stream. But tomorrow from 12 to 3, this home will be held open. All right, let's take a look at some pictures. The other reason I chose this home is because we've been talking a lot about staging, about how to visualize a home from the pictures or from attending the open house, not all homes are staged. Some need a little updating, and it's hard to sometimes visualize what that could look like. And we've been talking about AI tools. I don't know about you, but in my Instagram feed, there are now actual apps you can download which will use AI to stage a home for you, so you can get an idea of what it would look like with your style. But this home is staged, and I don't know if she's on the stream. She said she's going to try to be. Hadley Mack is the design studio that stages, caters, and sets up events for any business. So Hadley Mack, if you're in the chat, say hi. And this is the gal that staged this home. So we'll take a look at what staging a home does for your listing. All right, so mature neighborhood. I like the freshly stained cedar deck going up to the front door, flat driveway, 2-car garage with 2 single bays. This home has a really nice curb appeal. Presents well from the street, and this home is in a cul-de-sac. Okay, so here is our great room. This was a trend for a while, these kind of false walls, you know, where they're not attached to the vaulted ceilings. I like it, but it wouldn't be that hard to remove. Now this home has been updated. Very nice floors. Those look like maybe wood laminate or manufactured hardwoods, probably wood laminate flooring. Fresh white paint. I like the fresh white paint because it gives you a clean palette, to clean canvas to bring in your own colors. I wish Hadley was on so she could talk to us about wall color choices when you're listing your house. Nice window out the front, gas fireplace. I really do like the vaulted ceilings. That does help with the square footage as well, make it feel maybe a little bit bigger than 1,800 square feet. But yes, you can definitely tell this home's staged, has a nice rug. It really does kind of give you an idea of what this will look like once you move in. The other question I would have for Hadley, and if she's watching this recorded, okay, maybe Hadley put in the comments, when someone buys a home that's staged like this, do they have the opportunity to buy the furnishings that are in the house that you use to stage the home? Nice bay windows in the dining area. This room, looking out the windows, feels very elevated, even though you're on the main level. Okay, those look like granite countertops. Original cabinets. Would you... Sorry, I got the garage door open, enjoying these last few weekends of sunny weather here at the coast. Would you paint those cabinets? We do have a tile backsplash that goes to the cabinets. I like that. Stainless steel appliances, gas range. Would you paint those cabinets? And then the follow-up question is, would you paint the wood trim? I like how it all matches. Nice pantry. Okay, we got a skylight in the kitchen. Lots of character. Uva suggests maybe just changing out the cabinet hardware. It's a good point. Yeah. Same for like the doors and the hinges. You know, it's all that brass. You could, for not a lot of money, you could update it. Update all the hardware on the doors as well. Okay, we're going upstairs. Again, all nice white walls, looks freshly painted. Okay, I can't quite tell where we're at in the house. This looks like a bonus room. Nope, it's a bedroom, has a closet. They have it staged as an office with its own covered patio, covered deck. Guest bath, tile shower. Bedroom number 2. Guest bath. And this looks like our primary. You know, for the square footage, these bedrooms are a decent size, but they're not too big. At 1,800 square feet, I don't necessarily want huge bedrooms because it's going to take away from our living space. So this layout has a nice balance of use of square footage. So here's our primary bath, dual vanity. Missing a couple light bulbs. Okay. Backyard, nice fence. No grass, so they have this set up to be low maintenance. That'll clean up very nice. Looks like we're backed up to a green space. All right. What do you guys think? Good morning, Gavin. Gavin loves the layout. Yeah, I think I would paint the cabinets and the trim. I don't think it would cost a lot of money. I'd probably hire somebody to do it, and it would really bring that house current. Okay, let's go over some numbers. Let's check our battery. 18 minutes before we run out of battery. If you're just joining us, I left my charger at home, so we're running off a laptop battery in battery save mode. So we'll go through this kind of fast. I do have one more home for us to look at. So I just did my three favorite programs for this price point. FHA, again, FHA is not a first-time home buyer program, but it is designed to kind of promote home ownership. People that are young in their career, just getting started. It allows for maybe slightly lower credit scores, higher debt-to-income ratios, treat student loans a certain way. So it's really good for people that are just getting started. And it only requires 3.5% down. The next program is 5% down. So maybe either someone that's saved up a little bit of money for their down payment or are selling their home, their starter home, and they're going to roll over their equity to the down payment on this new house. I put 5% and 10%. The reason I put 5 and 10 is because sometimes you might have 10, 15, 20%, but on a home like this, you don't want to roll all your equity over. You want to keep a little bit to do some of those updates, to paint, to buy furniture, to kind of bring the house current. Maybe leave a little bit of money in your rainy day fund, okay? So I put these on here so you can see the difference between 5 and 10% down. All right, so our purchase price, $560,000. Loan amount FHA would be $550,000. 532 on 5% down, or 10% would be 504. Interest rates, again, pulled these right off of Mortgage News Daily. FHA 5.79, conventional 6.2. See that represented here. All right, let's do a payment breakdown. Principal and interest on FHA would be $3,225 a month. 5% down is about the same, $3,258. We are putting a little bit more down, 1.5% more down, but our interest rate's slightly higher. 10% down, we're at $3,086. Property taxes on that home are $350 a month. Homeowners insurance I have estimated at $75 a month. Mortgage insurance, okay? Mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. If a homeowner has a mortgage with mortgage insurance and they default and go into foreclosure, the mortgage insurance company is going to reimburse the lender a percentage of the balance, removing a level of risk to a lender to lend to somebody with less collateral. Okay, FHA, you have mortgage insurance for life, the life of the loan. You'll never be able to get rid of it. In this example, it's $246 a month. Now, keep in mind, the start of the stream, rates are trending down. Now, no one has a crystal ball, but the consensus in the market right now is that we should see rates improve over the next extended period of time. So this is a mortgage that most likely we won't be keeping very long, 18 to 36 months. So there's nothing wrong with coming in here on FHA, get into the house, when the opportunity for a refinance presents itself. We can come in here, refinance the loan, improve our interest rate, and remove that mortgage insurance. 5% down, mortgage insurance would be approximately $154 a month, and you can get this removed once you've built up some equity in the house. 10% down is only 71 bucks a month. So I am a big fan of buying out those mortgage insurance policies. We've talked about that on other streams. We'll save that for another day when I have a power cord plugged into my laptop. But I don't think it's wise right now to be spending money up front on your loan to buy out policies or buy down your interest rate if we're not going to be keeping this loan very long, right? So I like the idea of going monthly mortgage insurance in these examples. If we add all those numbers together on FHA, our total payment is $38.97, $38.37 on 5% down, and $35.82 on 10% down. So how do those numbers sit with you? Closing costs, down payments, FHA 3.5% is $19,600. $28,000 down on 5% and $56,000 down on 10%. We have our closing cost, $36.91. The number I want to jump to is FHA does have two forms of mortgage insurance. This is the second. It's upfront funding fee. This gets added to your loan amount, so it's not something you're paying out of pocket, and it will get partially prorated refunded to you when you do refinance or get rid of the loan. We don't have any contributions, but we could ask the seller, and I kind of think I would in this scenario, to pay our closing costs and prepaid items for us. So if we don't, we're sitting at $28,000 down, $36,000 down, or $64,000. But if we ask the seller to pay our closing costs for us, we could literally be coming in with just our down payment. Looks like we lost our chat window. Let me see if I can fire that back up really quick. All right, we're back. Okay, so what do you guys think? Just want to come back to this really quick. You can see here 5% versus 10%, we're saving about 250 bucks a month. So would it be worth an additional $250 a month in payment to keep an additional $28,000 in your pocket to come in and update this house if that's what you wanted to do? So that's kind of why I wanted to show 5 and 10%. All right, what do you guys think? I'm going to revisit another house that we have had on the stream. I did a video. It's for a really dear friend of mine, Randall Lofstrom. He is relocating, and his house here in Seaview, just down the street from me, is for sale, and he just did a pretty significant price drop. So let's take a look. We're going to go through it pretty fast here. Let's check our battery. 14 minutes left. We're at 9:24. We might go the normal distance on the live stream off of battery. Okay, so we are at 3606. And Randall, if you're watching, say hi and chat. I know you're down in Texas watching us this morning. Didn't tell you I was going to put your home on here, but I thought it would be fun to do. 3606 N Lane in Seaview, Washington. Seaview and Long Beach border each other. Let's take a look at the map here. You can see you are right on, just a few blocks away from the beach. Right at the south end of the peninsula, there's Long Beach. If I zoom out a little bit more, for those who are not familiar with this part of the coast, there is the Long Beach Peninsula. From Vancouver, you're about 2 hours, door to door. And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful drive. We drove up here yesterday late afternoon. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Follow the Columbia River. Okay. Motivated seller. That's a great thing to see, especially if you're looking maybe for a second home or something where you don't have to buy. Knowing you have a motivated seller, meaning there's a chance to get a good deal here. A drive-by will not do it for this listing. I agree. Randall built this house himself, newly built, with a guest quarters or an ADU. Sits on a large lot backed up to the cranberry bogs. It is beautiful wildlife. There's a little creek that runs through there. You can see the Bear Mountains out in the background. And he's got a really cool fire pit garden area back there. Be great for having guests. Yeah, there are many extras that cannot be seen by the naked eye. If you guys go to my YouTube channel and click on videos, I did a tour with Randall where he talks about the construction of his home, and it is what you would expect from a custom build, a builder building a house for himself. And he does have a really nice shop attached. Okay, let's go look at some pictures. There's our drone shot. So you can see the back area here. Really cool for entertaining. You see the little creek that runs through. You're not far at all from town or from the beach. Beach is just beyond those trees in the back there. So there's the view of your cranberry bogs. It's kind of cool because you don't expect this type of view when you think of a beach house. You think of a view of the ocean. So this is a very unique view for a beach property, is to look out over the cranberry bogs. 10 minutes remaining on our battery. Another good drone shot there. All right, so here's our entry with our guest bath. Really cool wallpaper. His wife had a lot of input on the decorating. We talked a lot about the color palette of this home when designing and building a home on that video, so go check it out. But he talks about the blues and how he is doing 3 different colors here. He's got the blue, white cabinets and the dark brown cabinets. I think he really pulls it off well. He also included above the stove here is some custom art tiles made by a local artist here that they had. And that kind of, in that video, he talks about how that really set the design for the kitchen. He designed the kitchen around those tiles. So huge windows, looking out over the cranberry bogs, nice fireplace. He's brought in some reclaimed lumber into this house too. So you can see our tall ceilings in the great room with the loft upstairs. Beautiful fireplace, custom built mantle. He does have a heat pump in here. Here's our primary tiled shower, very nice. Dual vanities. I love these bullet windows he put in the hallway upstairs. There's our loft area. Backyard. guest bedroom, guest bath with a dual vanity. So he built a little sauna here. So it's a custom-made sauna. There you go. Here's our ADU area. Tiled shower. Here's our shop. All right. What do you guys think? Everyone loves a beach house. Uh-oh, battery's running low. Somebody cue the suspenseful music. We're down to 7 minutes. I only put one option on here because I foreshadowed that my battery would be dying. 20% down, $599 purchase price will make our loan amount $479,200. 6.2 is the national 30-year fixed average according to Mortgage News Daily. Property taxes in this home are $465, $75 for homeowners, bringing our total payment to $34.74. With 20% down, now there's a lot of other options other than just 20% down. Some things that are going to determine what option you're going with. Is this a house you're going to be living in as a primary residence? Are we going to be using this as an income property? Are we going to be using this as a second home? So I'm just assuming we're putting 20% down and we're going to go out to the beach and retire in this beautiful house. So our total out-of-pocket expense with 20% down, the $128,491. When I see motivated seller, hey, we could ask the seller to pay our closing costs for him, give him a full price offer since he just dropped it, significant drop. Maybe ask him to chip in for our closing costs a little bit so we can have some money to help us with our move. So we're at $34.74 a month, and then out-of-pocket expenses of $128. We could get that down probably $6 or $7 grand by negotiating if we wanted. So there you go. Thanks everybody who watched the stream this morning. I really appreciate you coming back week after week. Leave a comment if there's a theme you want to see or a listing you want to see on next week's stream. If you want to feature any homes, whether you're an agent or not, maybe you are just a home enthusiast and there's a home for in your neighborhood that you want to see a mortgage breakdown on, or you want to see the pictures on the inside. So throw me addresses in the comments, or let me know. Like, subscribe. I feel like we should milk the battery all the way down and let it die, and that be like the end of The Sopranos, where it just goes black. Thank you, Details. Enjoy your weekend as well. All right, guys, we will see you back here for another episode of My Mortgage Hound. Thanks, Uva. Nice having you on today. All right, guys. See you next time.